Banana fish is weird and interesting. And I've seen a lot of comments saying that people assume this is going to be yaoi. I think based on describing the main character Ash as a sex toy of a mob boss, but that really only comes up in 1 to 2 scenes. Other than that, it's produced by Fuji TV and Studio Mappa, who gave us the wonder that was Punchline. So I have high hopes for this. It's a drama, adventure. According to Mal, it's also a shoujo, which might be where that yaoi tag comes. That assumed yaoi tag comes. Basically, it's an interesting story. It starts out with some military guy coming back from a piss, shooting up his friends, and after he's taken down and talked to, all he says is banana fish. Then some thug runs up to our main character Ash, Ketchum from Palatown, and dies, gives him something, and says banana fish. Then you find out that Ash's older brother, is the military guy from the beginning of the episode. And so it's assumed that what the guy gave him, which is a bullet necklace that you can open, and there's a vial of powder inside. I'm assuming that powder is banana fish. And banana fish is a reference to a Salinger book in which he says, and this is from the episode, I don't know if this is true. It could be a lie. I assume not, though. In which Salinger says, those who come in contact with the banana fish feel like dying. So I don't know, maybe that's what this drug powder thing does. Anywho, while all this stuff is going on, while Ash is questioning Papadino, like, why did you have somebody killed? I thought that was the deal. Nobody was going to get killed. I'm your sex toy. And this part that I'm about to say is like what I think I picked up from context. I could be wrong, though. Papadino says that he picked Ash up off the streets when he was younger. I assume that's why Ash is his sex toy. But it seems like Ash is collected and put under somewhat the control of Papadino all the gangs in the area. And there's an encounter with the cops later where they even remark on how impressive this is because Ash is white and he controls all the gangs and they all respect him. Mexican, Puerto Rican, black, white, all of them. He's corralled all the young gangs under his control, which kind of makes him under Papadino's control. And I believe the deal being to stop senseless death, even though Ash is totally willing to kill people. But that was a gang person, so I don't know if he's okay with gang death and not okay with the civilian death, which comes of uncoordinated gang violence. Anyways, the B plot to this episode is a photographer and his assistant coming in from Japan. I assume Japan. The assistant is Japanese. I don't know what the photographer, master photographer is. They meet the cops. The cops tell them, here's who you're going to meet. You're going to meet Ash. He's impressive. This is what he's done. He's a wily one. Be careful. So they go to meet Ash. I don't know if that's just a thing. If reporters come into town to meet with a gang, that they touch base with the cops first. I'm not sure if that's just how that works or how this author, it's based on a manga, so how this author assumes that works. Or if they were supposed to be getting inside information under the guise of a magazine article. Or also just they're doing their article, but also they're trying to help the cops. I don't know. Anywho, they meet with the cops, then they go to meet with Ash. While they're meeting with Ash, somebody doesn't like Ash in the gang, obviously. He's in power. Why would everybody like him? I'm trying to take him out. Also, one of Papadino's underlings doesn't like how cocky Ash is. And so a young person under Ash and a old person under Papadino are working together to set up Ash. And they do this by raiding the bar that he uses as his hangout, stealing his little chummy buddy Skip, and running off, trying to lure him into a trap. That's pretty much the end of the episode. Ash is chasing Skip and the photographer who kind of got caught up in the whole thing. Or not the photographer's assistant who got caught up in the whole thing. And yeah, so I think it's super interesting. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Black Lagoon, as far as the warring gangs, internal strife, that whole thing. I think it was more external strife between different gangs in Black Lagoon, whereas this one's obviously internal strife. Still, I'm interested. It's by Fuji TV and Mappa, which I like their work on Punchline. I know they've done some other stuff together that I liked. Fuji TV produced After the Rain, which I adored. Princess Jellyfish, other stuff. Woltakoi, which was alright, but it was still good enough. If you don't mind possible gay romance, I think this will be a very good action adventure drama show. So give it a shot. See ya.